to another amazing MyRouteApp tutorial, and today I'm going to be covering in this lesson 5 adding street view pictures to route shape stroke via points stroke waypoints, upside down pairs, whatever you want to call them. We're going to be adding a nice little street view to this picture, which is dead funky and a real cool way of adding extra information into a route that you might want to share with somebody else, especially if they're also a MyRouteApp user. They'll also be able to see the same pictures that you've put in the route. So here's how we do it. But before we get onto it, I need to make it quite clear that I am not sponsored in any way, shape or form, or have anything to do with or any association with MyRouteApp. I am simply a MyRouteApp subscriber. I pay for my own subscription, and MyRouteApp do not give me anything for free. I don't get any subscriptions for free or any money for free. I do this paid for all out of my own pocket. So if you like this video and you would like to buy me a cup of coffee, please use the link in the description below. It's the second paragraph. A cup of coffee would be most welcomely appreciated. Right, without further ado, let's crack on. So I want to go and add to this somewhere around here. We can just pick one, doesn't really matter. So the first thing I'm going to do is to zoom in a bit. So as we did yesterday, or in the I recorded it yesterday, but in the last video, you can click on here and you can click on zoom in, and we can zoom in a bit. And I'm going to just close this. So I want to add a picture here. Now MyRouteApp have been brilliant, and they've actually added in a figurine, one that is similar to the one that's in Google Maps. In Google Maps, if you're used to using it, you just grab the figurine, drag it and drop it where you want to go. Well, I'm going to actually, you don't do that in MyRouteApp. You just click the figurine, and that means then that all areas along the route, if I zoom in out here a bit, you'll see that all areas that I can see have now changed, because these are all the areas that have a street view imagery in them. Well, I'm going to come along and go back to my number 16. In fact, I'm actually going to zoom in again, and I'm going to go and close this, and I'm going to have a look at what I can look at and what I can see. So once we've clicked this, you'll notice that our cursor becomes a crosshead rather than a finger or a plus button, and we want to make sure that we add this cursor somewhere along our route, not on the route line. If it changes to a hand, if it changes to a hand, it's the wrong thing. As long as it's here somewhere, it doesn't really matter. So we click there, and then that shows us a hedge, which is absolutely fine, but not to worry. If you pop up to the image and you see the hand there, you can just move it around, and as you move it around, if you look at the icon here, as I move the image around 360 degrees, the icon changes to the direction of where we are going. We can also come down here. We can scroll in or scroll out. I can choose to go a bit further down the road if I want to. I can come down to here if I so choose. I've still got that Range Rover hanging around. I don't really want to have a Range Rover in my picture, so I'll take, for the purposes of demonstration, I'll take a picture from the other way. So I'm going to turn the image around all this way and here, and I can do this. Now I want this picture. It could be a picture of anything, any route view that you want. I want this picture. So how do we get this picture? Well, there's a couple of ways in which we can get this picture. We can do a screenshot from here, or we can do a screenshot directly in Google Maps. You'll have to excuse me for a second because it's hay fever season and I think I'm about to sneeze. I like to go to view in Google Maps because it gives me more of it, and it opens it up there's the same picture, it opens up in a bigger window, and I haven't got all of that MyRouteApp stuff stuck at the side. So how do I get this screenshot done now? Well, I'm using a Mac. I'm using a 2020 Mac, and I am using Chrome. Not sure how you do this on a Windows machine. However you grab screenshots on a Windows machine. I'll try and find out, put in the description, but at this point I don't know the answer. On a Mac, if you're using anything from 10.14 onwards, you can simply use the key sequence, which is Command, Shift and the number 5 button. Or if you're using an older Mac, you can run the application called Grab, G-R-A-B. So I'm just going to do this, and I am going to go and say capture the selected portion, and I know it's going to download to my screenshots folder. So I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to go and grab this. Oh, sorry, my mistake. It's gone and popped it up there. I'm being a complete plonker. I wonder where my mouse had gone then. I might edit that out. I might not edit that out. I'd rather not do an edit, so you have to excuse me for that bit of faux pas there. So that's the bit of the area that I want. I'm going to say capture. It's on a 5-second countdown. That's because the video has a 5-second countdown to start. So if you just wait a second, or actually 5 seconds, 2, 1, and that actually gets captured. So now, how am I going to add that to my route? I'm going to close this because I don't need it anymore, and I'm going to come back to here. Now, don't get confused here. Just because you're in this window, don't go and click the back button on the browser. That won't help you. You need to click the back button, the left arrow button, right there where it says, if you hover over it, it says Exit Street View. So we're going to Exit Street View. We don't want to have all of these, the map showing where we can see imagery anymore. We'll go back to the normal view, and we're going to turn that off. So we're back to where we started. Now I'm going to go to my shape point or via point, and I'm going to click it, and I'm going to click on Add Photo. And then in Add Photo, I choose the photo file. And I'm going to choose the photo file from where I downloaded it to. I downloaded it to automatically from the to my screenshots folder, but wherever your capture is set to download screenshots to. If you find that difficult to do, and you need me to make a separate video on this, please do put it in the comments below, and if you have a Mac, I'll be more than happy to make a separate video on it if I get enough requests. So there's my screenshot right there, and then all I click is open, and then upload, and check what happens. The magic happens, abracadabra, there it goes, and there is that screenshot in my waypoint or my route shape point or my via point. So if I come out of this again and click on an ordinary one that does not have a picture in it, but if I click on the one that I just did, which is down here, number 16, if I click on this one does have a picture in it. Now, so that I know which points have pictures and which points don't, I change the color of the via point or route shape point. I change the color to anything other than red or green, because that's the two colors I use for start and stop in my routes. So all I do is change it to, I think, apparently pink is well seen by the human eye. Someone told me that recently. Could be wrong. So that's how you add a picture to one of your route shape via points in your map. Like I said, if you want me to do a video on how to where to save screenshots to, do let me know in the comments below. In the next video, I am going to be covering points of interest, POIs. POIs are here, and they are here, and here are POIs, and I'm going to be covering how to add POIs, how to change POIs, how to manage POIs, and the things you can do with POIs and create your own points of it. POI is a point of interest. Create your own points of interest. So do make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon. That way you'll get to find out when I upload the next video. Right, so that is it. I hope you find find that useful. I shall look forward to your cup of coffee. If you do buy me a cup of coffee, please do pop a comment below to say that you bought me a cup of coffee so that I can thank you in person. Okay, thank you very much. Ride safely, enjoy MyRouteApp, and I'll see you in the next video.